It's ShadeX, and today we're reviewing OK KO Crossover Nexus. Now, who's here?
Hello.
Yo.
I'm that guy.
I'm Pandie. Hi, nice to meet you all.
Whoa.
I'm just some dude.
Pan pizza.
Oh no! Oh goodness, no!
Oh my god.
I'm not that good to be Pam.
So yeah, why are we here again? Shade?
We're reviewing OK KO Crossover Nexus.
Oh yeah. So what did you guys think of it?
Where do I start? How can I sum it up in a couple words? Okay, I can do it in 4 words. Nostalgia, good. Story, bad.
Story, what? Yeah, it was. I saw Izzy the Pizza Party podcast. She tweeted that it would be longer because like the story didn't have that much substance. Like it's like a typical like KKO episode of every KO. Like it felt like a KKO episode when it probably should have felt like a crossover. But like they marketed it, as like a big crossover, but that wasn't really what the episode was like. But it still was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem was that Cartoon Network, like the plan was to make it 30 minutes long, but Cartoon Network said no, it has to be 11 minutes. But they fit a lot.
I was just gonna say, I think it was Ian who was pushing for 30 minutes. He's got like a big Twitter thread about it, like behind the scenes of it.
Yeah, and honestly, on a conceptual level, I really appreciate all the effort and work that IJQ and the team went into putting this together, even if it was 11 minutes of, like, how can I put this, fan service to old fans of Cartoon Network, and, like, the actual content of the episode was not good.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't enjoy it. There was a lot of problems with it, but I could still appreciate, everything that went into it.
Oh yeah, I appreciate the amount of effort that the staff went through, like doing stuff like getting all the original model sheets for a lot of the cartoon, for like the characters, like all like the mouth movements, and I think Ian said that the hardest one to get was for Weasel from I'm Weasel. And apparently Cartoon Network doesn't have like a paper archive system that stores all of this stuff. So he had to go on the Wayback Machine and look at the old Cartoon Network website because they posted it there.
Oh my gosh. He had to really Indiana Jones that.
He actually did put... Yeah, he posted a picture of the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark, the warehouse, on Twitter.
I don't know. It could have been a pretty story heavy event, because like we don't know nothing about the villain guy. He's just he's just evil for the sake of being evil, even like Raven said. But I feel like there could have been more done, But that's to say about a lot. Like a lot can be done by anything. But it's just I felt like there should have been more substance because Cartoon Network does handle specials very well. Like the last like big crossover was the Grim Adventures of Kids Next Door, where they had cameos from a bunch of other cartoons, even if it was like 5-second cameos. But like that was like a pretty big episode.
Yeah,
it was a pretty good story.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. That was a really good episode.
Yeah.
I like the stupidly obscure references in that. There was an obscure to Periwinkle around the world. In that, it was a pilot Cartoon Network did from around, I think, when regular show was starting to become a show. And it never became a full pilot, but it's just like, they still own it, so just.
If you like look in the background with the statues, there's the main guy from Villainous. He's he's in it, in the background.
Yeah, Black
Cat.
Yeah, I found that very interesting that Black Cat made a cameo in the background, and I don't know which one it was. Was it Victor or Valentino from the show that also made a cameo in the foreground?
Yeah, and there was also the orb thing from what's it called? The Mystery Train. Was it? What's it called?
Wait, Infinity Train?
Infinity fucking a Mystery Train. Yeah, thank you, Joe. Very cool.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Yeah. Also, they had that because no one remembers Secret Mountain Fort Awesome because I was on Cartoon Network for like 2 seconds, but they had like the big purple guy from there, and I thought that was cool. It was like, oh look, that's that one cartoon that like it stylistically did what Uncle Grandpa did before everybody thought it was.
I like how so I'm pretty sure we could talk about spoilers, right, Shade?
Yeah.
I think that's like the whole point.
Yeah, talking about it.
Okay, so towards the end when KO like tosses when KO tosses Ben with this power, like I like how the first 3 characters that come out were from cartoons that Cartoon Network just kind of shoved under the rug after some time. Like it was Whatever Happened to Robot Jones, then Secret Mountain Fort Awesome, and then Uncle Grandpa. Like those 3 didn't even end properly; they just got shoved under the rug.
Yeah, that's what Cartoon Network does. They just like slowly play it less and less, and then just eventually just like shove it under the rug.
Oh yeah, and also with the statues, I saw the robots from Robotomy. That show.
Yeah. Oh, also Hi Puffy Amiyumi, that too.
Yeah. Which hasn't been on Cartoon Network or referenced in a long time. Or was what did they? I think did they have a cameo in the 20th anniversary? Like
I don't remember. I would have to look at it real quick, but I don't think they did. Actually, did Cartoon Network? I'm pretty sure Cartoon Network made a video for the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, they weren't that one.
Come again?
Yeah, like Cartoon Network made a 25th anniversary video, right?
It was very short. It was like very short.
It was like a bumper kind of, right?
Yeah, like the 20th anniversary, they went all out.
Yeah.
Like it was basically a return of CN City.
Oh yeah. It's if you can do comparison shots from like YouTube compilations, it looks great.
Oh man, this is so good.
I appreciate them going through like the legal paperwork for. Well, I don't know if they did or not. I'm just going to assume for stuff like Hi Puffy Amiyumi and Symbionic Titan.
Yeah, and Kiva from Megazuxalar was a statue.
Yeah, because I thought those shows got written off for like tax purposes.
Yeah, I think they were. I don't know. So can the shows come back? Like,
well, people say that I have a theory that I remember Ian was saying something about on the Pizza Party podcast. I might be misquoting it, but about getting characters into a show. If a character is that he owns, and if they're not really doing like a big major part in the episode, then I'm sure it's fine. It only becomes a problem if they're talking and they got like a main character, because he was wanting to get the characters from Knockforce and OK KO. So yeah, I think he could get stuff like the chick from Megazuxalar and like characters from Symbionic Titan, because Cartoon Network owns them. I'm sure that they were made in-house, so it's just a case of asking the network, but I don't know.
But aren't they written off in Turner's like taxes so they can get their money back and never be aired on TV again though?
I'm not. Yeah, that's the thing that just confuses me.
Yeah, because that's pretty much why you don't see like super high definition re-releases of Megazuxalar. You just don't see it on TV anymore. They had to write it off on their taxes so because it didn't make it didn't get a lot of ratings.
I've also found out, like just now, that Ian wanted to get a reference from Class of 3000, but there was a lawsuit that happened with Andre 3000 back in the day when it came out. Something about who was the original creator of it. So that's why he couldn't.
Yeah, one of the co-creators didn't get credit, so he sued Andre 3K, and then I guess he had to pay a settlement, and then the show got dropped.
No, I think the show was show concept was vastly different. Like, it was just so the lawsuit, I think, so it was not so the lawsuit wasn't legitimate, but I guess Cartoon Network didn't want to risk it, so they canceled the show.
Oh no, yeah, sure, yeah, that makes sense. It wouldn't. It would have been cool, but it's it doesn't. I still really appreciate all the little, random cameos. There's the mascot chick from that block, Maguzi. It was around the time of Toonami. It was, instead of anime from France, it was stuff it's stuff from Japan. It was stuff from France. She was one of the statues.
Oh yeah, but the most obscure reference of the episode was Moxie from the Moxie Show.
It's time for the Moxie Show!
Hi, I'm Moxie, and, that's Fleet, and,
Think you better dance now!
work it, girl. I mean, bug. Ow! I feel funky.
Sexy! Breakdown!
Shake it!
That cartoon was great. Maybe sometime in the future they'll have a TV channel that just shows cartoons all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And they're and maybe I'd be the star of it.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Dog can dream, can he?
And in tonight's top story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which hasn't ever been, which, as far as I know, has never been mentioned by the network in a very long time, or ever. I'm not sure if, because it wasn't in any of.
That was really jarring for me.
They didn't even mention it in their 20th or their 25th anniversary.
I guess someone who was working on it just had a soft spot for it and wanted to put it in.
Yeah. I really appreciate that. I wish they were just, I know it's stupid, but I wish they just made a CG model of Moxie, but it's I think it's fine.
Yeah, they'll probably take too much work.
Yeah, it just would have been quite funny. Just the one low poly CG character.
But outside of all of the references, because in the end, what kid in this day and age is gonna get, oh, that's Robot Jones, or hey, that's Moxie, or hey, that's Yumi. You're not gonna get a child who's gonna know who those characters are.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why it was more made for for people who can remember it. Even the scene with Ben where he he punched the dude. They had the old Cartoon Network theme song in the background.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Cartoon theme.
Oh, and they changed it to the checkerboard.
Yeah.
Also,
that's really good detail.
Yeah, when the city got restored, it was the CN City music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the nudes were the CN nudes, the little white vinyl figure thing. I think Ian did that kind of concept a little bit more gracefully I think he did it a bit more gracefully in a different episode with the Ghoul School. I was gonna say, because he had more time to develop the characters in that, because in Crossover Nexus. It was literally just like a whole bunch of characters that none of them really talked except for like I'm Weasel and like the main ones. But in the one with like the Ghoul School, you had all the old characters, who were like interacting with the main character and could have like a bit of character development.
Yeah, that episode was a lot better.
Also had Grim in it.
Yeah, on the magazine cover.
So I guess this confirms that they all share not the same I don't think, but I think it's the same universe. I think because they're at the end of those portals.
Yeah, it confused me when they had them before because and just a kid they stopped more in this thing, just different, like different. But for that, just like the main connect.
Joe, you're cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hearing robotic.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot.
This is where Robot Jones came. He's here.
Robot Jones.
It's him.
It's
Robot Jones.
Robot.
This is what happens.
That's what happened.
Robot Joe.
Hopefully, from this crossover, hopefully they might do a second one, which would be longer. Hopefully,
Yeah,
like go back to Sea and City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Given Cartoon Network's track record and I guess the way they identify themselves now, which is just like out of this place, like not out of this place, but like Cartoon Network kind of doesn't have an identity at the moment. But I severely doubt they'll go to something like CN City anytime soon. But my big hope is that they get something more out of the crossover Nexus concept.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sure with someone like Ian, who loves bringing back old stuff, like a lot of like the Hanna-Barbera sound effects in OK KO, making obscure references, I'm sure he'll do something like that again. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, out of 10, what would you rate it?
A solid 6.5 or something. I really, even for a person like me who doesn't really do list ratings, but I think that it was good. So
I would give it around strong 5, light 6. The reason being is that the thing that carries this episode is just the fact that it's a big love letter. Even if it was short, I had kind of give it a little bit of a pass because it wasn't up to IJQ or the studio to make it 11 minutes. And the thing that kind of almost kills it for me is the fact that it's just the way there's no real dynamic or flow to KO and Ben and Raven and Garnet.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I feel like there could have been like more potential dynamic between Garnet and Joe, because like it could have gone parallels to how Joe's like optimistic and wants to help everybody like Steven is, and she thought about that. But I guess it wasn't really a story-driven episode. Like like team ups. Is if you typically want sort of a dynamic, also not make one person better than other men, like which in this one,
Yeah, it was alright. Out of 10, what would I rate? 6 out of 10. Needs more moxie.
Yeah, we all definitely. Yeah, everything is better with Moxie.
Oh yeah.
I need more Moxie.
Yeah, we like.
Sorry.
I keep saying that about the Batman like animated series. He never shows up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
Was that Robot Jones?
I think that was Robot Jones.
Oh my
Yeah, I think it was Robot Jones again.
Oh my god, he came back.
That's
Yay,
insane.
he's back. That's good. He'll make another cameo appearance in the background.
At least we know what happened to him.
Whatever happened to
Robot Jones?
Did they? I don't think they put a Time Squad reference in there, did they?
I think
They did. Larry
did.
was.
Yeah.
I am super blind.
There's also a Larry 3000 reference in the My Life as a Teenage Robot. I believe it was in the very first episode when the little kid he threw his frisbee into the window of Jenny's house, and as he's like walking in, it's all spooky, all spoopy, real creepy, and there's just like the head of Larry 3000 like disassembled on the mantle. I'm like, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd say I'd give it a. Yeah, I guess a 6.5 out of 10. It was pretty good. I like the nostalgia.
Nostalgia, Chris. 6.5 on the Richter scale.
And yeah, I liked how it was a post-apocalyptic CN city, and then I liked how it was restored in the end. And also, I thought it was funny when Ravens goes into the portal and it says Teen Titans, and she's like, "Oh no, better! Oh, oops! That was a mistake."
That was a close one.
Oh man, that I really love those cheeky jokes at the audience.
Yeah. It makes all the man children get really butthurt about it. Like, oh, it was a show I liked years ago, and making fun of it. How dare they? The show is sacred. No one can critique it.
Talk about it. No one can critique it. No nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, my favorite cameo has got to be Chowder, because I grew up watching that show.
I love.
Me personally, one of my favorite cameo is obviously Double D. I grew up with Ed, Edd n Eddy. It was my favorite cartoon growing up.
Mine was probably Billy and Mandy. I grew up watching a lot of the horror stuff, so it's pretty.
Yeah, same for me.
But I guess one of my other favorite cameos was number 5 from K&D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I remember, because Mr. Warburton himself tried to pitch Galactic K&D, but no one would pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, and also the K&D treehouse is in CN City at the end.
Yeah, was Juniper Lee in it?
Yeah, she was a statue.
She was, yeah.
Oh, she was a statue?
To forget about.
I missed half of those. I didn't even see Juniper Lee.
Oh yeah, and
yeah, she was in the back.
And also, there's Golly, Golly the gopher from Out of Jimmy's Head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's a reference, all right. That's a reference no kid is gonna get.
Thank you, Ian. Very cool.
Very much so. I actually do like the villain concept also. He's got a cool design, and I like his weapon. It's actually very on the nose.
Yeah, they could have. They could have gave him a better backstory and like some motivation. Like
two complaints. One, he should have been voiced by Stuart Snyder, an ex president of Cartoon Network. I think that would have been hilarious. And also, come on, where's the CN Real references?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what? Yeah, we need a green screen Andrew WK self
Yeah.
imposed.
Destroy it, bringing it back.
Oh, that would be really that would have been really cool. But I think that would have been out of their budget. You guys remember that getting celebrities to do shows is really expensive. Why do you think they only had Nicki Minaj voice Sugalite for just one episode?
Yeah, for just one episode, and then they reference how they can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
They should. Oh, I just put Ian in a white T-shirt and just have him pretend to be Andrew WK.
I give him a wig, and he's like, "Hi, I'm. You know who I am, but I can't say it because of royalties." Yeah.
This is a long 11 minutes.
Okay.
Shade.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, that's about it. Hey, it's ShadeX, and you've been watching a review of OK KO Crossover Nexus.
Thank you for watching Half in the Bag.
Don't you mean? Oh, what was it? Ben, what did they say? Oh, it was like, okay, Ben, let's go universe, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You've been watching OK Ben, Let's Go Universe review.
You've been watching Nintendo Direct.
Yeah. It's the hottest one yet.
Luigi is still dead, and Waluigi, we'll just keep forgetting about him.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, I think that's it.